Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Zane. This is Altcoin Disrupt, REN protocol to be specific. Before we get this video started, allow me to declare this video is not financial advice. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes and for educational purposes. Now, the price of REN has been doing really amazing lately. Considering just a month ago, the price was 50 cents per coin. That's amazing considering where it is right now. It's risen 32% in its price and in its market cap. That is amazing. Let's also take the time to remind ourselves that this is a token that has a large supply. We're looking at 1 billion in max supply and 997 million in total circulating supply. So it's not exactly a token that has a low supply. So given the fact that it's past $1, it's a huge achievement for any crypto, but especially REN. And REN especially is in the top 100 coins in the world by market cap. It currently sits at 97th in the world by market cap. This is really great, obviously, because if you go even further, you go back to July the 20th, REN token was only 27 cents per coin. The last time REN was above $1 was actually in February earlier this year. The price at that point reached an all-time high of $1.72. So a question on many people's mind is, when will REN achieve this price once again? And can it actually get anywhere close to this price? Because $1.72 is a huge number compared to where it was just 3 months ago at $27. So considering where it is right now, it's almost at $1.10. That's really great. That's really great, obviously. And we just want to see this continuation of REN doing great when it comes to its market. Now, before we continue with this video, let's just familiarize ourselves with the token itself. What is REN exactly? REN is a decentralized protocol for the creation of Ethereum-based tokens that represent non-Ethereum-based cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin for one, Bitcoin Cash, Zcash. Now, these tokenized representation open up the Ethereum-specific DeFi ecosystem to other crypto markets, thus enabling interchange, token liquidity, and interoperability. Now, on the other hand, you might be wondering, how exactly does REN work? Well, REN is composed of thousands of nodes that are called dark nodes. Now, anyone can run a dark node, but each node must run the REN VM software via a virtual, and they must deposit 100,000 REN tokens into the dark node registry contract. Now, here's where it gets interesting right now. Considering that the price per token for REN is just above $1, you would need over $100,000 worth of REN tokens to participate in the dark node. Now, speaking of the dark node, this mechanism incentivizes the node operators to refrain from malicious behavior at the risk of forfeiting their deposits. Dark nodes are randomly arranged into groups called shards once per day, a process that fortified REN VM against attacks on the network by keeping potential data targets consistently moving. Dark nodes also collect fees every time REN VM converts a digital asset into an ERC20 token. These fees are dominated in the cryptocurrencies of the lock assets and are algorithmically adjusted according to demand and a discounted cash flow model. So the combination of dark node deposits and the algorithmic adjusted fees enable REN VM to ensure that attack on the network will not be profitable. This becomes REN VM utilize its discounted cash flow model that guarantees the value of the REN deposited by the dark nodes is always greater than the value of the assets locked in REN VM, and if an attack is successful, dark nodes deposits will be taken away. Likewise, if an attack jeopardizes the 1-to-1 ratio of the lock assets to the ERC20 representation, the REN token from the malicious nodes deposits can be used to restore this. So ladies and gents, that in a nutshell is REN protocol. Now, something important to add is some of REN's partners. These includes Banker, Binance, Binance Smart Chain, Coinbase itself, Loopring, Kyber Network, Keep.io. Now, additionally, in important news relating to Frontier, REN, and Keep Network, They saw 20% gains as Bitcoin claimed 48,000. Now, Bitcoin rise back above the 48,000 mark was backed by similar moves from altcoins, and analysts expect the market-wide rally to continue if the up-ranked digital asset can take an aim at 50,000. Now, the Vortexes scored the Frontier turned green on September the 11th and climbed to a height of 80 around 34 hours before its price increased 66% over the next 2 days. And this is from Frontier. Now, the surge in price of Frontier came after the project announced the upcoming launch of version 2 of the Frontier app, which allows users to link all their cryptocurrency wallets through integration with Wallet Connect. Vortex data from Cointelegraph Market Pro began to detect a bullish outlook for REN on September the 14th prior to the price rise. Now, the Vortex scores for REN began to climb into the green zone on September the 13th and climb as high as 71 on September the 14th, just as the price was beginning to increase by 40% over the next day. The building momentum for REN comes following the September 13 announcement that REN VM testnet has integrated Greycore, a semi-decentralized validator set that will help the REN ecosystem move closer to its goal of becoming fully decentralized. Now, this is good because I happen to have information on REN VM Greycore on testnet. Now, the REN core development team is thrilled to announce the migration of REN VM testnet to support the Greycore. It's been a long time coming, and we're excited to bring the crucial steps into REN long-term vision. Learn more about the Greycore, the testnet process, and its members below. REN VM testnet will now have a semi-decentralized validator set, also known as a Greycore, which is a set of nodes run by a reputable DeFi project that adds an additional layer of protection to REN VM. Safety of users' funds is the highest priority to REN team, and is why the Greycore concept was initially created and is an integral part of the progressive decentralized plan that REN has adhered to since September of 2019. This ensures that users fund safety while simultaneously moving REN VM towards a decentralized and trustless protocol that can stand the test of time. Now, REN VM has reached a level of maturity where the development team can confidently roll this feature out on public testnet, the final testing ground before mainnet. Now, the Greycore will roll out to members individually over the coming months, during which we'll be incorporating feedback and modifying the process to make sure it's as smooth as possible. So our first member is Badger Dayo, has already spun a node via our newly released CLI tool, which is now live. Now, apart from that, this does also includes Curve Finance, Saber Finance, IDEX, Polymer, Infinity Capital, Polychain Capital, and Almadid. This is obviously a big step for REN VM and obviously for Greycore as well. This is a positive for both parties. Now, I definitely think that REN will continue to grow, especially for the rest of this month. For the rest of September, REN is going to continue to grow in my opinion. The market has obviously been showing a lot of support for REN, and in my opinion, it's nothing but positive growth that I've seen so far, especially over the last month and last 3 months. It's a lot of positive growth, some huge growth for REN. And I think most importantly, and I think most notably, is the recent growth. The recent growth from around the 13th of September to where we are now. We are getting to that stage where there's possibly going to be some resistance, given that crossing the dollar itself is just a huge deal. So I definitely see that we're going to get some resistance. But even since the start of September itself, you can see that every time there is some resistance in the market, so we're expecting the resistance to be quite soon, and we're also expecting there to be a breakout. So we're not really expecting this resistance to last for too long, to be honest. We're going to expect a breakout, and we're going to expect the price to trigger back up, because I still think that REN token can get to around $1.15 and possibly $1.20, and this is before the end of September, in my personal opinion. But I would not be surprised if the price went back down to 96 cents, because ultimately that's a trend that's been taken for a while now. So I would not be surprised, and I don't think you need to panic, and I don't think the market should panic either. And the sooner we can meet that resistance is the sooner we can get over that hurdle, and we can just continue and stay above the dollar for as long as possible. And that's what we want in the long term. The end game for REN protocol is that we want to stay above $1, especially for the rest of this year. Hope you've enjoyed this video, my price analysis and my price prediction. Let me know if there's anything I missed in this video. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next video.